Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestler's Way and to another edition of Raw out of 10. And Joe, it's a big show today because Survivor Series War Games is now only, I think it's a week after this weekend. So yeah, not long at all now. And obviously Raw, Austin Theory last week, thanking for cashing Money in Blank. There's going to be lots of stuff on this week's Raw. So let's get straight into it. And Seth Rollins kicked off and reminded us about his failed cash-in. Rollins said the US Championship was a top title now before Lashley made his entrance. Lashley wanted a title shot, and Rollins said that he gave him a chance last week, but Bobby chose to attack him instead. Ali came in and charged at Lashley, but was tossed out of the ring twice. Lashley challenged Ali to a match as Raw continued. And Ali was being knocked around in the arena as the match started, and Lashley sent him into the ring post early. Lashley then sent Ali over the announcer set before heading back to the ring. Ali was unable to beat the count of 10, and Lashley took him down twice in the ring before missing a big tackle into barricades. Lashley came back and Ali hit a spear before getting the hurt dog for the victory. 6 out of 10. We saw Lashley kill Ali the other week, kind of just a continuation of that. It was okay, I suppose. 6 out of 10. The OC were backstage and Raw, and Finn Balor challenged AJ to a Survivor Series match, which, you know, it's kind of been in there for a while, and yeah, that's going to be a great match. Before it's time for Mia versus Tamina, Rhea and Dominic were out to spectate, and Tamina got some big moves early, including a hip attack. Tamina tried for a Superfly splash, but missed before Yim came back at Rana and hit an early eat the feet before getting the win. And Jet gets 6 out of 10 from me. I mean, like, yeah, kind of having this equaliser for Ripley now, I do think it is definitely adds to the story. Good first win, kind of squash match, but you know, it's fine. 6 out of 10. Damage Control then congratulating Mia and wanted her to join them for War Games. Doubt before it's time for Riddle versus Chad Gable. Gable got some chops in a Dragon Screw early before Riddle came back with a big kick, a gut-wrench suplex in the Boston before Gable got his knees up for one last time. Riddle went up for the top, but the stretch from Rotus allowed Gable to get a German suplex. Back after a break on Raw, Riddle hit the Death Valley driver on Gable, but with an ankle lock. Riddle then got out of it and hit the draping DDT before Rotus distracted him from getting the RKO. Gable rolled Riddle up, and Otis held Gable's feet down so he got the pin. And yeah, this gets a 5 out of 10 for me. Not because it wasn't a bad match, but I know it was a bit of a screw finish, but still, I don't think Riddle should be using someone like Gable, even if it was a short result. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, Corbin and JBL were playing poker backstage when Cesaro joined them, but didn't know how to play the game. Before The Miz was out next and tried to debunk the accusations against him, saying that he was just playing it up in order to have a documentary made about him. Gargano came out and said that The Miz was lying and that he was vacationing all this while. Gargano put the match with The Miz and Dexter Lumis, and if Miz lost, he would have to pay Lumis the money he owes him in the ring and a WWE contract. Lumis showed up in the ring and Miz ran away before Raw continued. I think we're finally getting towards the end of this feud now. It's taken a very weird turn. Personally, I don't know, I'm a bit tired of it now. But yeah, I think the match will be okay enough, I think. And yeah, Lumis versus The Miz will definitely be an interesting match. But anyway, then it's time for Dominic Mysterio versus Shelton Benjamin. Dominic slapped Benjamin in the face before Shelton returned the favour, and Dom ran away outside to hide behind Rhea for a bit. Back in the ring, Dom got a jawbreaker and a springboard dive before setting up for the 619. Benjamin reversed the finisher and hit some big moves before Dom flowed in the ring again. Back in the ring, Dom tried for a roll up but got caught in the ankle lock. Mysterio then sent Benjamin into the ring post before getting a frog splash for the W. And Jack gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I mean, like, Dominic, I don't know, it's still not believable, but, you know, I'm kind of enjoying all the stuff he's doing in the Judgment Day, so yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Theory was backstage and said that Bobby Lashley caused his Money in the Bank cash-in to fail. Ziggler came in and mocked him, saying it's the worst cash-in ever, and he had a big ego. Theory challenged into a match, and Dolph just walked off before it's time for Skye versus Dana Brooke. Skye got a big kick early and took Dana down with a dive before beating her down on the mat. Brooke came back with DDT but the headbutt. Skye then tried for a splash in the corner but it's reversed. Skye dodged a big elbow and hit a German suplex before getting double knees in the corner. Skye went up top for the moonsault and a win. And Jet gets 6 out of 10 from me this. I thought it was a solid enough match. I don't know, you kind of always knew the way it's going to go. Good for Skye to get the win, but yeah, I mean, I kind of just felt there, to be honest. Mia Yim was then out after the match and said that instead of joining Damage Control for War Games, she would instead join Bianca Belair's team, to no one's surprise. And yeah, I think that's a good addition to their team. And yeah, that match is shaping up to be very interesting now. Balor was then winning the card game after not being able to play it a few minutes ago, and Corbin tried to cheat, was caught. Before it was time for Austin Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. Theory had control early and got the headlock in. Dolph caught Theory on the ropes and unloaded on him before Austin came back with a big clothesline. Dolph was sent into the ring place before he headed for a break on Raw. Back in the match, Ziggler got a DDT before Theory hit the A-Town down for a near fall. Ziggler countered the following move and locked in the sleep hold, but Theory broke out of it. Ziggler got the famous and got a near fall before Theory tossed him into the ring post again. Ziggler came back with a zigzag and another near fall before Theory recovered and hit the A-Town down twice before unloading on Dolph and sending him outside and into the steel steps in the announce desk. The ref then tried to call off the match as Theory carried out his manic attack on Dolph and the officials broke it up. This gets a 5 out of 10 from me. To be honest, everything they do with Theory, at least for the next few weeks, is just bloody unbelievable because of what happened last week. I guess it's the start of the recovery job. Let's see how it goes. So far, I'm not convinced. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Backstage on Raw, Rhea Ripley walked up to Dominic's controller and said she will join them for War Games. No surprise there, before it's time for Baron Corbin versus Akira Tozawa. Tozawa sent Corbin outside early on and hit a dive, but Baron sidestepped and sent Akira into the barricades. Back in the ring, Tozawa got the Shining Wizard before getting a splash, but Corbin caught him off the second dive and hit the end of days for the quick victory. Simple match. Match made because they couldn't play card games properly. I don't know. That seems pretty realistic. But Tozawa, I don't know, he's kind of lost now. The 24/7 division's gone, and I kind of feel unfortunately this will be his role because I do kind of like him. Corbin can win for him, and hopefully he'll start doing some more interesting stuff seeing with JBL before it's time for Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the US title. Rollins started off strong, but after break, Balor sent him outside and into the announcer's desk. Back in the ring, Rollins was back in control and went after Balor's hurt arm before sending him outside and hitting a big dive. Back in the ring, Rollins got a sling blade and a frog splash, but Balor got his knees up. Balor then drop kicked Rollins into the barricade before Rollins got a sit-up powerbomb in the ring for a near fall. The two were then on the top rope and Rollins hit a suplex before Balor got the 1916. Rollins got the Vulcan arrow for a near fall before the Judgment Day showed up and got on the apron. Balor nearly got the roll up of the stretch before the OC and Megan came in and attacked the Judgment Day. Anderson and Dominic headed to the ring before the latter was wiped out and the OC took out the heels. Balor was about to finish the match, but AJ interfered and allowed Rollins to get the stomp and pick up the victory. Austin Theory attacked Rollins post-match and hit the A-Town down before posing in the ring. He then hit Rollins with his own title belt as Raw went off the air. Theory recovery job continues. Another really decent match, and there was lots going on between Styles and Balor as usual. And Jet gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it was really good. All the stuff around it made it interesting as well. Solid stuff. Overall, Raw this week gets 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a solid enough episode of Raw this week. There was lots going on. It kind of felt like a middling show, to be honest. There were some bits that were not great, and some match of the main event was really good. But I don't know, lots of it just felt okay. Not great, not terrible, if you know what I mean. It's kind of just a bit of an average episode of Raw, to be honest. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks very much for watching. To like, share, subscribe, leave us comments down below, follow and subscribe for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.